Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. In my last video, I actually show how to set up the OpenPnp and get the settings in. Now I'm gonna connect the machine and then let's do the calibration. So first we connect it to the machine and then we need to first when you get in because it's default setting, so we need to set up the camera. So you just need to go here. This is the top camera for the head, and to set up the camera, you need to go here, and then you need to select the one that was for the top camera. So you will see a generic, and this is basically for top camera. And then for the resolutions, you can just go for 1080p for 15 FPS. And with that, actually, you will be able to see the settings. And here there are some settings you can adjust based on your needs. Exposure, they don't, the OpenPnp usually doesn't advise, but I found it here actually useful, so I just click on this one. And the same story for the button camera, and basically you also need to set up, but this is the other one, and usually it's a Dexin. I use this one for the button one, and it's because it has a higher frame rate. So yeah, also the same story for the exposures and stuff. Then the other thing is basically when you connect it, you also can check if the let's say the operator is correct. So here is the lighting for the top and then lighting for the button. So you can see also on the screen or also on the video. And then with those two setup, then the other thing is basically you need to go to the driver part, and then here you will have the connections. First, make sure you have the CRF selected, because if you select the other one, you will have problem communicating to the main board. And with this one, then you need to select which the port it is, and depend on the different device. Then you will have, like for Windows, then you have COM something, and then for Linux, you have a TTY USB something. So for the Mac, I just select this one, and then baud rate is 115200, non-parity, and then 8 bits, one stop bit, and then you can also include the flow control here. So yeah, with this pretty much ready, then you can do the connect to the device. So, but now here I already connected, and then with the camera, yes, I need to also mention here, when you set up the camera, you can also click on the testing. So if you do the testing, you will see it start testing the current selections, and then if it's working, then you will see the camera view here. Yep. With that being said, let's start the homing. So you'll see actually the device, the head is start homing. So right. So this will take some time. Oh yeah, for the homing, there is also one thing we need to set up. So let's just wait for it. So you can see here, it actually goes to the correct position and detect the primary fiducial. But when you first connect, you need to set this to none, because otherwise then you will try to find the fiducials, and then for the different machine it might be different. Then you might look at, for example, to other places like this, and then it will be off. So let's set it to none, and then we do the homing. Yeah, now it's a homing, because we say it's none, then it actually stays in the situation like just hit the end stop. Okay, so what we can do is when you get the settings file, you will already have some value here. Then you can basically do the moving to this place, and it could be a little bit off. In your case, for example, then you can actually move. You can move from here. So let's say if you move a little bit out, and then you can capture the position. Now it's the same. Let me move to 1.1 millimeters. Then you see it's changed. then you just do the apply. And then here you switch to reset to fiducial location, and then you also capture it, the position, and then you do the apply. So with this one, it actually sets the fiducia, and then for the secondary, you also need to do the same. So you can just move over. Right, you move over to here, then you do the capturing, and then it's actually capture the position. And then the next thing is basically you notice there's also Z level. What you need to do is you can go to here, the issue and resolution, you go to include solved. And in here, actually, there is like a N1 offset for primary fiducia. So before you calibrate the very precise offsets, we use this one to actually calibrate the nozzle tip to the camera offset. So what we need to do is we first reopen this one, and then it's asking jog the nozzle N1 over the primary fiducia and then lower down the nozzle tip until it touches the fiducia. So what we can do here is basically we then use this one, we move over, and then we start to lower down. Not this one. So we start to lower down until it touch the dots of the on the fiducia on the primary fiducia. So we also need to aim it where you can switch the steps. I will lower down a little bit more, and then I will just move to the center. You need to be a little bit patient here. Okay, move to the center, and I think I need to go down a little bit more. Okay, so you see it's a 7.9, which is the same as before. And once you are in this position, then you can come here and click on accept. So basically, it will then know. It will then initially calibrate the offset between the nozzle tip and the camera. Okay, so now we do the second one. So we switch to the N2 because N2 also need to do that. We also reopen it, and then on the machine, let's also switch over, and then we lower down. And then I just move over. You can also adjust the steps to be small. Okay, and then just adjust the. Okay, so now it's almost good, but then I need to lower down further because it hasn't touched yet. Okay, now it seems to be, now it's touching, which is good. Okay, so now with this, we can actually accept. And this step is very important because it's not only giving the nozzle tip to the camera, but it also align both nozzle tip to say this is the same level. So it's like calibrate the level of the nozzle tips. So once this is good, then we say accept. Then you can see the Z level of this nozzle tip has been adjusted to the same, so 7.9. So now 7.9 for nozzle 2 and 1 are the same. Now we go back to the original one. So you can see here, then it's good. And the secondary fiducia is a 6 millimeter lower than the primary one, so I just put in 1.9 here, which is then good. So in here until here, then we actually calibrated the nozzle tip level and also the primary and secondary fiducia. And then the next thing we can do is basically we need to calibrate here the backlash of the axis. And you can just simply do this calibrate now, and then it will start calibrating. This is like a little bit longer process. Um, once you've done this, you will do the same for the Y. Therefore, you have the good backlash compensation. Yeah, that was it. And then for the next video, we're gonna talk about the camera calibration. So yes, stay tuned.